I recently had the experience of sneezing without crossing my legs. Alright guys, today is a really special session for me. I'm here with Sadie Lawler. Yeah. And as you know, I'm currently doing the hypopressive training Norway method for my postnatal problems. And I am currently at 6 to 7 weeks in the program. Yeah.
Well done.
Halfway there, basically. And I've hit a massive wall. Both physical and psychological. And what better time to have a PT session, which is included in this course.
Not always with me, though.
Not always with her, but with one of the pro trainers, you can always have a PT session. So I figured now is the perfect time. So firstly, for those of you guys who don't know, Sadie is the one who brought the hypopressive training method to Norway, and you've helped like thousands, tens of thousands of people.
Yeah, over 11,000 since 2017.
Wow.
Women of all ages. So actually also children and men, but mostly women, obviously, from 18 to 87 years old.
87, the right age.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And together with Sadie, I will be working through a PT session together with her. You will see some snippets from that. And I will also ask her some of the questions that I think that we all want to ask you. And because I'm documenting all of this, does not mean that I'm not still learning. So I still need you. I still need the course. And that's why I'm very excited to have the session with you today. And let's get started.
Ready? You were telling me you had some challenges with the pose with your forehead down.
Exactly.
Which is super common, but also it is like everybody's favorite pose when you finally get it right.
Mm-hmm.
But it can also be super challenging.
Why?
It's a lot of people don't understand. They see the image of what the position is supposed to look like, but when they're doing it, their brain tricks them into thinking that they're doing it correctly, but they're actually not. So they make it super heavy. It just like feels like very like difficult and like a training session when they're actually just doing the position wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like that's me.
Most likely. 9 out of 10 times, it's probably you.
And I noticed, so for, just to catch you guys up a little bit, this is one position in week 6 and 7. So it's like pretty advanced, but it's just to give you like a sneak peek. And it is a variation of hypopressive training, basically. So I'm excited. And I think just for fun, let's see. I can do it if you can just like vocally coach me into doing it. And then we'll see how correct am I. Yeah. Or how wrong am I. We'll see. Okay.
Yeah. You do it first the way you usually do it.
All right.
And I won't like say anything except for like put your toes under your heels.
Exactly.
Hips distance apart. You can actually just go into the pose whenever you're ready. All right. So toes, feet, hips distance apart, toes under heels. So think about your knees being underneath your hips. And then when you think you've made like a tabletop position with 90-degree angles, you make a triangle with your thumbs and your index fingers. And then you go down with the top of your forehead underneath your thumbs. So does it feel like your hips are over your knees right now?
It does not.
No. So if you were to put your hips over your knees, I'm like not going to touch you for now. I'm just going to see if you can get there on your own. Does this feel?
This feels correct, yeah.
Okay, so I still want to get you.
Stop. No.
Here, this is 90 degrees.
Oh my God.
Okay. Yeah, see, like your brain was just like, no, it's wrong. It's wrong. Right? So you feel like you're backwards. This is perfect.
Okay.
Okay, so if we start here first.
Yeah.
This looks great. Can you tilt your pelvis so you do a little bit, no, other way around. So it's more of an arch. So you're really trying to get your sit bones up towards the ceiling.
Oh crap, then I got that wrong.
That's really good. Okay, and when we move up here, are your elbows okay on the floor? Do you want to scooch so you're in the middle of the mat?
That's good.
Okay, so you want to have as wide elbows as possible. So no, don't lose the triangle, but you want to go as wide as you can. So this is what's holding you up. Right? So think about here pushing your elbows outwards, and again, you can move to the middle of the mat if you want because you're kind of off to the side.
That's good.
Okay,
that's good.
So think about this is what's stabilizing you, not your neck and shoulders. And then here you're pushing through your heels.
Yeah, that's
engaging here.
That's difficult.
and pushing through the top of your head. So it's not a happy baby pose. You're not like like your whole back isn't arching. You're actually really pushing through, like trying to push the top of your forehead into the mat. So there's pushing happening here, and there's pushing happening all the way. It's quite heavy, but it feels more stable than it did before. No?
Yeah, for
You
sure.
want to try and do an apnea here while I instruct you?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do 3 rest breaths. Inhaling. Okay, pushing through your heels.
I forget the pushing.
Yeah, I know. It's totally normal. Pushing through the top of your head. Good. One more good inhale here. Try to keep the lengthening the whole time. And then exhale the whole way. And if it's okay, I'm just going to lift a little bit here, and we're going to go into apnea. So open, 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 open. Push your heels, arch your back, and push through the top of your head. And just open your ribs as much as possible, as much as possible. Good job.
That was a different experience, for sure.
So what I want you to do is come out of the pose. Try to get into that pose on your own.
I can see, look it. This is where I started.
Yeah.
And this is where I ended up with
Yeah.
my forehead.
Yeah.
That's a massive difference.
Yeah.
Now I have a cheat code here.
Yeah, that's all you have to do. And then just never watch your yoga mat at home.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. Okay. I think I just need to like go into the tabletop-ish first and then kind of
So
come
from
down.
tabletop, the cheat, if I'm going to give you the cheat, which you might have jumped over, or I'm not sure. From tabletop, think about where your forehead is.
Yeah.
That's where the triangle goes.
Okay.
And then this part goes right under.
Under, obviously. Yeah. Okay.
9 out of 10 times you're going to end up perfect there. Perfect. That's perfect.
Nice.
Yeah. So really make sure with the lengthening, because you have a tendency, I know you're hypermobile, I'm hypermobile as well. So you have a tendency to kind of like collapse your upper body. So think about the top of your forehead there, and think like you're trying to move your thumbs forward with your head, as well as pushing your heels back. This will get easier after week 8, 9, because you're going to get some more techniques.
That is so demotivating.
No, it's going to get easier.
It'll be easier in 5 weeks.
No,
okay.
8, 9. It's like
Yeah.
You're almost there.
Okay.
Different motivation than 9. Okay. Next week, this is going to get better.
Oh, that feels better. Yeah. Okay. What? Oh, okay. But I'm doing this for future me.
Yeah. Your hips are a little wide. Very good. Okay. Yeah, no, that was a big jump. Okay, good. So, and down your forearms and really pushing out through your elbows, right? So this is really what's holding you up here. This stability here.
Yep.
Top of your head, creating like really long back and neck. So if you feel yourself like sloping there, don't do that. Press your heels back and arching so your sit bones are up towards the sky. Okay, do just one rest breath here and we'll go into apnea just one more time. But this was perfect. So pressing your heels, arching and lengthening. Good. And then arching, pressing your heels back and pushing through the top of your head. Oh, good. Woo. And exhale. Yeah. And it is a heavy pose. Like you are using a lot of the musculature in your body.
Yep.
So it's totally normal to feel that it's like you're working out.
Yeah.
It is training.
It is.
It doesn't feel like it in the beginning because you're like, it's just breathing and massaging. And now you're like, I understand what you meant. Throughout the rest of your series, where do you feel it the most? Like when you feel it the most, what does it feel like?
That's why I try to get like a surge of, all my female internal organs actually going upwards. That's what I feel like.
Okay.
So I feel like I have the feeling down, but it's not trained.
That's a really good sign that you're already feeling that.
Mm-hmm.
And so in the poses where you don't feel it all the way down, it's because there's tension in the way.
Right.
And you're feeling the tension that is stopping the things from lifting.
Yeah, okay, so it's probably tension then.
Yeah. And it'll keep progressing. So is it okay that I give you some feedback on what I'm seeing here?
Are you going to say I'm slouching right now?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
There is a lot of tension in your shoulders and neck. And obviously, we know where that comes from.
Yeah.
So continuing to work on that will be super beneficial. Like anything that is upper back, where you're also opening up your chest, which of course has a lot of emotional components, etc., nervous system work.
Yeah.
And also releasing here. And then I still see like there is a little bit of like abdominal separation and weakness in that tissue.
Okay.
So these poses on all fours, usually, eventually when like the pull gets like more and more effective, you will also feel those abdominals like pulling together. And like, you will feel it like a zipper. Yeah, it feels like, because the muscles are actually sliding together.
Right.
So you will feel like, whoop, like what's, so also expect that to like start happening.
Okay, cool.
After week 8, you get really kind of like nerdy technique-wise.
Right.
And you will probably feel that things make more sense.
Okay, just a question, because asking people to stay motivated for 8 weeks is a stretch. So like, how do you get like, if I were to give the people watching at home one tip, is to maybe not perfect the techniques from the beginning, just try to do and not think that much, and then this will kind of naturally fall into place. Do you have any tips?
Perfection is the enemy of everything. Like, just try to get it done. I think the most important thing, like, it's like everything, but we're usually highly motivated by like negative things. So the more issues, the more like, the more symptoms you have, you're highly motivated. And then if you feel that things are getting better, your brain is like, you don't need to do this anymore. So there is like a really big relation between like motivation and how much you do the exercises. So my biggest advice is like, has to do with like real life. Like, you need to find out your why. So my motivation is like, I want to have a body that works and it's functional and I can do whatever I want. Like I can say yes to skiing, I can say yes to jumping, I can say yes to blah, 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 blah. And so like, if I find that my why, then it's easy for me to make a schedule where I include those things. And just being like really nice to yourself in the process is like super important.
I just realized when you were saying this that I recently had the experience of sneezing without crossing my legs. And that's not even a why. That's just like, oh, why not? I should have that feeling,
People do different things. Like you can write down your goals. Like, what is it that I want to do? Like, what's important to me? Like, I want to be able to run with my kids.
Yeah. I'm not big on whys. And probably some of the people at home are not even big on whys. It's hard to like sit down and figure out what and why all the time. But I always try to find, okay, so there's usually 2 exercises per day. I just start with the one that I like the most. Or sometimes I'll start with the one I like the least, because then I have the one I like the most. And yes, exactly. So it's just like small things like that. It is hard to work out 4 times a week. I'm just telling you. But then again, I don't want to pee my pants all the time.
And I think there's also a component there, which I do want to mention, which is like, for many, many women, I see this like, and I recognize this in myself in my own journey, like, you had these things worked fine, and now they don't work. And it's kind of like paying a bill to repay your car. Like if your car breaks down, I don't know if you have a car right now or whatever, but it's like, you're like, but it worked before.
Yeah.
Why do I have to pay money to get, like, then I'm just going to have the same thing, a car that worked. Like, I don't get a new car, And it's really the same thing. Like, your brain goes into, like, this, like, oh, why do I have to do this? Everything worked fine. Why did this happen to me? Like, all of these thoughts, which are totally normal. And so it's just like, okay, this is a really nice thing you're doing for yourself and your body. We're not used to doing really nice things for ourselves. We're used to pushing ourselves and doing more, especially as women. Like,
especially as women.
Yes, 100%, right? This is something that you're doing just for you. Also, like, oh, I'm being selfish. I should spend that time. It's not something that's going to really, like, yes, you are probably going to get, like, a stronger core, but, like, it's not going to make you lose 100 pounds. It's not going to make you, like, blonde. And, it's like, it's for you. It's really only about making you feel better in your everyday. And that just, like, there's so much resistance from what we've been taught to do.
But one of the things I was talking to my friend about, because she was asking how this was going, and I was like, it's super hard working on muscles you can't see. And it's super hard working on something that is completely invisible to the world. But you still want to make that effort. So, and that also takes me back to why I wanted to start doing this and why I wanted to share this, which I'm so thankful that I can.
It's a really different way to exercise, to use your body. And if you don't feel good in your body,
like, you don't really want to be intimate with somebody else.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll just be like a little bit nerdy.
Sadie, thank you so much for this wonderful session.
Oh, I'm so glad you came. Thanks for the talk.
And you guys know this, but we are collaborating on this journey for me. And if you are also interested in hypopressive training, you can check out my links and my discount codes in the description. It is both in Scandinavian languages and English. And as always, I am sharing this because I'm generally interested in women empowering their selves and their bodies and, regaining that total control. So this is all genuine, even though we are with the owner here, right?
Yes.
It's true. But let me know in the comments if you have any questions, both for me or for Sadie or the Hypopressive Norway training team. And I will see you in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.